strong win, but to come back up with that 11-1 start, 11-1, I guess deficit must have been really happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we were a little nervous and anxious to really, attack, and they just needed a deep breath. And we had a few good looks, but we weren't really overly sharp, and they were very sharp right in the beginning. But we just need to take a deep breath and get back to what we been talking about for the last weeks of how we should be playing. And I thought they were really consistent across the board. I thought our defense was very solid for most of the game, and our shot selection was really, really good for most of the game too. So really, obviously happy to get a win in this building. But again, it's still a long way to go here with a lot of tough games ahead of us, and we'll see if we can build some momentum out of this.
I know every win's important, but was that an important win just to potentially get a bit of confidence back within the group?
Yeah, I think like anything else, winning and losing is contagious at times, and I think confidence is a huge thing just in sports in general. And when you have it, it's a wonderful thing, and when you start to lose that a little bit, you can waver. The good news is with this group, even though we're probably not as confident as they'd like to be, they show up every single day. They're the same group every time they come in the building. They're all about doing the right things, and I'm really happy for them. More importantly, that they got a game like this across the board against an outstanding team. They deserved it. We've been fighting like hell the last couple of weeks, and to have some things click over and get a win in our building, really good sign for us.
You mentioned the defense. I thought the physicality tonight was been all year. Started obviously with Max, but I thought the work with Fab and Tom when they came in were really impressive.
Yeah, I thought across the board our guys were relatively solid in some of those areas, and continue to work on that end of the floor. And our defense is slightly getting better here and there for the most part. And we obviously had a very nice offensive night. So just a really good job. Marcus was fantastic in his minutes out there, double-double, and just everyone. Drimmers chips in, and Milt doesn't take a lot of shots or do anything, but he's just moving the ball correctly and making the right plays and not forcing shots. And those are things that are what winning basketball is about. And I think sometimes when you're losing, everyone wants to do more, when actually you probably have to just do a little bit less and just stay in your sweet spot and let the game come to you.
To go through such a tough game last week with the double OT to come out and be so, balanced on offense and defense, that must be a real positive to take into the next game. Yeah,
I mean, again, it's a confidence builder. Doesn't mean that we've moved the needle. We still have we still have a lot of work ahead of us. Still a lot of tough games, and it's right in front of us. And I think 5 left, and we'll just see how we go here, but it's obviously quite helpful to win a game like this against a team like this.
I thought Jordan and Jack especially tonight stood up, especially after that the start from Melbourne, they really came out with a point to prove.
Yeah, I think both of them were fantastic, but like I said, across the board, everyone that came to the game, Clint Steiner plays 14 minutes and is just solid, shooting the shots that he should shoot, and Marcus comes in and tag teams with Mags, and Mags only plays 9 minutes, but man, it was a huge 7 or 8 minutes in a row for him that helped us defensively push that lead out, and just everyone chipping in. Fab in there. Tom gets his first minutes really on the floor in a win. So those are all confidence builders. They're all positives, and we'll just continue to try to ride this wave and see if we can get some good work in before we head to New Zealand.
Marcus, how pleased was it to be back on the winners list?
Oh, it's always great to win a game, but I think the one thing Coach has always told us is just stay together. Stick together is the one thing we hear before every practice, and that's what we try to do each day, is just stick together and take each box as we go.
To come out, as I said before, to come out after that start from Melbourne, to turn that around and swing the momentum back in your favour for the majority of that game must be a really pleasing sign.
Yeah, I think the one thing is our team doesn't get rattled no matter what the position is. We stay on the route we're supposed to be on, and we just keep doing the right things.
The physicality I mentioned, I still thought all the bigs tonight really came out with a presence. How, fun is it to play with Mags now he's back, and Tom and Fab?
It's great to have all of our bigs back and kind of in the groove right now. And we can throw anybody in, and we feel totally comfortable doing it.
To win a game like that against the later leaders that have been on top all year, I guess it shows that this competition's so even, and you guys, a lot of talk in the last few weeks about your form, but to still be sitting third on the ladder, it shows you're still really in with a shot at this title.
I think right now the standing doesn't matter. We're trying to tick our boxes off each day and just try to get better, because when that day comes, we want to be on our right form.
Scott, the win was impressive, but there was a social media video floating around earlier of a half-court shot at the shoot around with a bit of backwards cap, and you can't see me action. You can talk me through that one.
Well, it's what I do at the end of the day.
It's what I do.
I just disappoint players when they think they're going to have a chance to win some cash at the half-court shots. And last year I broke a lot of hearts, and It's just one of those things, it's just a thing at the end of the day, and I'm really quite good at it. And to knock Jack off in that particular scenario there was beautiful, and the hat behind and all that stuff is just a swag, so it's all good.
Any response to that, Mark?
I have no response to that.
Beauty, welcome back, David.
Chris, go ahead, follow that.
That's the first half court shot I've heard us talk about this season, Scott. Is that the first one you have hit this season?
No, I had one early in the year, but I usually get hot at the end of the season, so I'm thinking I'm going to start cooking here shortly and break some hearts.
Marcus, did you enjoy the battle against your former team, and especially getting a win over them?
Yeah, it's always great playing against an ex-team. You know all those players. You get to bond with them, but it's always great to get a win in general. And we're just trying to get to that next step right now, and can't really worry about who we're playing against.
Your combination with Will in that 5 spot, it has the potential to be the best combination in the league, and you're now both probably playing your best basketball of the season. I imagine your practices against each other are pretty intense. Does that help when you get into a game where whatever you go through in practice is probably almost tougher than you find on game night?
For sure. The first thing we say to each other before each game is we're the best bigs in the league, best combo bigs in the league, and it starts with practice. We go at each other. We're trying to make each other better. We're not taking any days off, so every day is a battle with us in practice.
Did the team get a boost when Scott re-signed during the week? I mean, just knowing that the coach is in this for a long haul, does that do anything for the playing group?
Be careful.
I mean, it's always great to have a coach that's solidified, and for a coach that's done many great things in that little amount of time in a place, it's undeniable the things that he's done. So it's great to have a coach here for a long time.
Scott, after a couple of losses recently, you've talked about how if you want to do anything this season, the group needs to get back to playing with your identity. You did that tonight. Are you pretty confident that you can keep it going?
Well, I'm confident that, our work is there every single day. The game results are going to be obviously different from game to game, and I'd love to say we're just going to steamroll this the rest of the way out there, but the league is just too good. There's just too many good teams, too many good players, and you have to just stay on point. And we've been in a lot of close battles, and we haven't got a few of those across the line, but hopefully this is a little bit of a momentum for us. But ultimately, we're going into New Zealand, and they've always given us problems, and they're tough and physical and well coached. So I hope that we're going to trend that way, but ultimately it starts again with us back on Monday and going to practice and doing the work and just staying together. And again, these guys have been incredible. My 2 years here and this year, the players I have here, they just don't bitch and moan. They just do their jobs. They show up every day. They represent the state. They defend the island every single day. Whether we're up or down, it's the same group, and it's always a joy to come into practice to see these guys because they're just doing the right things, and it's a unique situation that I'm quite proud of.
Thank you very much, guys.
Marcus, how good is it to play in Pride Round and celebrate the diversity and inclusion this club celebrates?
Like I said before this game, I think it's a great thing that NBL does things like this. I think the biggest thing is having respect for all, and I think it's a great step forward.
Yeah, pretty much sums it up. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.